President Moon unveiled a new South policy to boost diplomatic ties and push for economic cooperation with Southeast Asian countries. The discussions held today are expected to help Korea and Indonesia forge a stronger relationship. Here's Cha Sang-mi with a closer look at issues addressed by the two leaders.
South Korean President Moon Jae-in sat down for a bilateral summit with his Indonesian counterpart Joko Widodo on Thursday. The two are expected to have discussed some crucial topics concerning the two countries. The first item on the agenda, economic collaboration. Indonesia has the biggest economy out of the 10 ASEAN members, with its $900 billion GDP accounting for nearly 40% of the GDP of the entire trading bloc, followed by Thailand and the Philippines.
Building a good relationship with Indonesia is very important when approaching the ASEAN members, since it is the biggest nation with a population of 260 million people.
In fact, Indonesia's population is as large as that of the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand put together. Experts say the buying power of this population will continue to grow along with its economy. With a rapid urban population growth, from 36% in 1995 to an expected nearly 70% by 2050, the UN says infrastructure is indispensable to help Indonesia benefit from urbanization. During a forum involving some 350 Korean and Indonesian business leaders, Korea signed a memorandum of understanding for a nearly $2 billion railway project in Indonesia. Another money matter, trade. The two countries' strategic partnership dates back to 2006 and the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or CEPA, between the two countries came into force in 2010. But trade between Korea and Indonesia has seen a regression since 2011.
In order to enlarge the scale of trade, a breakthrough is needed between Korea and Indonesia. Not just free trade in commodities and services, we also need to push ahead with CEPA, which will embrace investment and economic cooperation.
And when it comes to diplomacy, President Moon introduced the so-called New South policy aimed at upgrading Korea's ties with the Southeast Asian economies. This signifies a change in approach as the Moon administration is also looking southeast for business.
President Moon's trip can set a good precedent for multilateral diplomacy. He had previously named Seoul Mayor Park Won-soon as his special envoy to ASEAN, as well as vowed to expand Korea's diplomatic horizon beyond the four major powers.
On the sidelines of economic and diplomatic talks is cooperation in defense. Korea has also delivered Indonesia defense equipment, including submarines and fighter jets, over the past few years.
Defense cooperation is already quite active between the two countries, but their cooperation will go beyond exports, since Indonesia has high technical skills in aviation. That's why they will plan on a venture to jointly build a fighter plane.
Finally, experts say Indonesia is key to solving North Korea issues. Indonesia, since the time of Kim Il-sung, has kept a friendly relationship with the regime through the so-called non-aligned movement.
This means they can play a key mediating role between North Korea and the international community. In this sense, Indonesia is a hidden card to help resolve tensions on the Korean peninsula.
President Moon's state visit to Indonesia goes well beyond a regular tour, and the trip can be seen as a first step toward increased diplomatic and economic cooperation with the Southeast Asian region. Cha Sang-mi, Arirang News.